Hi, Trevor here, reflecting on life through music. Thank you for stopping by. Well, we're going to a band that was formed in Sydney in 1981. We had Dorlan Bray on drums, Helen Carter on bass, Stephen Phillip on guitar, and Deborah Conway on lead vocals. And the guys we're talking about are Do, Re, Mi. They were signed to Virgin Records in 1985, and in 1985 out came the album Domestic Harmony. That was designated gold, which means it sold 500,000 copies. And then this was followed up in 1988, The Happiest Place in Town. And by the way, Domestic Harmony got to number 6 in the ARIA charts, Happiest Place in Town, number 24. In those two albums, they have they had 8 singles. There was also 2 EPs. And amongst all of that, there were 3 Countdown Music Awards. Now, these guys were very significant when they were around. In fact, they were the most respected, one of the most respected post-punk Australian bands, because the great thing about Do Re Mi, apart from Deborah Conway's awesome vocals, is just the soul and the groove of these. The guys, they're very intimate with their lyrics as well. They don't mind actually talking about stuff which is tricky, and they just have this beautiful, incredible vibe about them. That they have this nice undercurrent of the guitar and the bass doing really, really cool stuff. They also have a pretty amazing drummer who's able just to do what the song needs to do. And so Do Re Mi really have been quite an iconic band in Australian music, that is for sure. Now, of course, you can't talk about the band Do Re Mi without talking about the song Man Overboard, again off the Domestic Harmony album from 1985. There are some really, really interesting lyrics in this song, quite controversial, but it really, really just captured what is the soul groove and alternate intricateness that is Do Re Mi. In fact, one of the lines in this song is, "I watch the wallpaper peeling." Now, I've had a little bit of a look at what this song is about, and it seems to me it's at the point where one of the partners has said to the other, "Look, stop. We cannot keep doing what we are doing. What do you want me to do? I'm letting you into my world. I'm letting you into my bed. I'm letting you. I'm spending life with you, but I'm just seeing no respect, no love, no nothing from you. And what do you expect me to do? Scream man overboard." Of course, when someone screams man overboard, normally that means that someone has fallen off a boat. The boat stops. Out goes the lifeboat and the life vest and all of that sort of stuff, and they're rescued. Well, this is very much as what is happening in this song. We've got man overboard, but this time it's actually the person singing the song who's actually saying it, trying to get the partner to wake up and to realise what is going on here. Obviously, they've tried to talk in the past. They've tried to have conversation and they've tried to bring things to attention, but it just hasn't worked. So what am I expected to do? Shout man overboard is the only thing left that they can do. When you listen to Deborah Conway sing this song, there's just such anger, frustration, disappointment, love, and all sorts of things wound up into this relationship all at the same time. And she's really, really pleading here for her guy to stop and to take notice. Now, it's almost like at this point it might have got too far and they're thinking, well, I'm going to stay overboard by the sounds of it, because you're not going to actually care. I've actually not seen you actually do anything like that in the past, so why should you do anything like that in the future? It gets to a point in relationships like this where there really is, the hope is starting to go. There's still love and there's still a bit of a hope that things are going to get better, because if there wasn't hope, they would have just left. But here they're saying, man overboard, hey, what are you going to do about it? Of course, that relationships require both of us to be self-aware about the stuff that we do, the stuff that's irritating, the stuff that's annoying, because we are human beings and we do things that we human beings do, and sometimes, particularly when there's 2 people in the same house, you've got to just work out what those things are and try and work your way through them instead of pretending that they're not there at all. Otherwise, we're going to get into this man overboard part of the world. Now, if you're in a situation right now where you're wanting to scream man overboard, well, the relationship's not probably going to stop long enough for you to actually do that. So you really, really need to make a point here that you're not happy and you need something needs to change. So if you are feeling like this right now, in fact, you might even be overboard, within the next 1 day, 2 days, try and do something to change that. Otherwise, it's not going to go well. You'll continue to get frustrated and angry, and the other person may not even realise what's going on. And so that's encouragement for you today. So on to the clips. We do have a live version and an official version of Man Overboard, so they're both there for you. Some really interesting lyrics in this song. Just leave it at that. I Watch the Wallpaper Peeling, for me, just sums up this song to a T. Now, we have talked about Deborah Conway and the incredible vocalist this girl is, very much respected in the music industry in Australia. And she went on to get a solo career after Do Re Mi finished up. And between 1991 and 2019, 10 studio albums, 1 soundtrack she's been part of, 2 compilation albums, 1 EP and 18 singles. And she's won a few awards as well, including 2 ARIA Awards and a Live Legends Hall of Fame Award. The song that she pretty well came out into the market is Only the Beginning. This came off an album in 1991. So we've got, I suppose, a link to 2 Do Re Mi songs and a Deborah Conway song in the description below. Well, if you've come back for another video today, as we've looked at Do Re Mi and being a man overboard, thank you very much for doing so. This is your first time, or if you've come back to Life Reflections Through Music, thank you very much, everybody, for doing so. As always, we try to be encouraging, but sometimes say things that need to be said at the same time, because we just want the best for ourselves and our partners, really, in this world. Well, we're going back to a few artists that are kind of sort of slipped under my radar, I suppose, and you can't have a video series without having a video from Devo. So that's where we're headed next. So until then, I'll catch you around. Bye for now.